Guys give you a hard time about the shootout?
Yeah, not really. No, guys are good guys. So.
All right, that's good.
Yeah.
Coach was just saying you guys had a meeting and you were talking about getting off a better start. What was the gist of that meeting?
I think just, if we want to be the team we think we can be, it's 60 minutes. I mean, the last two games we've seen the last 40, 45 minutes how good we can be, but obviously it's not good enough in the NHL. It's got to be 60 minutes, and the starts are obviously very important. You can dig yourself a hole, and we're fortunate it was only one goal last game, but if it gets any more, it's tough to get back out of that. So, I think it's just like mental preparation from the group. I don't think it's a lack of care or anything like that. It's just being dialed in and being ready to go, and we addressed it, and we can go out there, have a couple good shifts early, and get into it.
Is there anything do you change the pregame music? Is there anything you can do?
I'm not in charge of the music, I gotta be honest.
Who is? Do you tell?
Troobs usually, so
okay.
it rotates around a little bit. Goody's got it a bit, but no, it's a good question. I think if we had the answers, we wouldn't be talking about it, right? But obviously, it's a valid question the way the last few games have gone. So I just think it's awareness of it. I think sometimes when you put a little emphasis on something in the NHL, it's hard to focus on all 20, 30 things you want to do in a game, but if you can focus on one or two things and try to change them and be better at it, I think we can do that. And I think getting off to a good start is a very reasonable ask for our group and something we're capable of obtaining.
On the flip side, you've showed the ability, though, that even though you haven't gotten off to a good start, to fight your way back in is almost like, that kind of energy needs to be from the beginning, right?
Of course, yeah. And I don't know, like I said, I don't think it's a matter of anyone's their work ethic or their how much they care or anything like that. I think it's just a matter of everyone being on the same page and ready to go, right at 7:05 or whatever time the game starts. So, like I said, it's something that we're going to focus on. And I mean, there's no real magic recipe. You can't go out there and say like we're going to do X, Y, and Z. It's more just a readiness thing, and each person has to kind of take accountability of their own, their own starts and be ready to go. And I don't even think it's the first shift. It's each line getting in the game, maybe having a shorter shift, getting on and getting off, and getting into the game early. And it's a big part of the game, especially in the stretch against good teams, and in the playoffs you can't get it down early. And I think that's something we need to work on. And like I said, we've addressed it now, so we'll see what happens.
After the slow start the other night, at least it looked like you guys had a lot going, a lot of chances, hit some posts. Fox was joking about how he fell into Lafreniere's shot. Did you feel like there were some good signs after that slow start?
Yeah, I just think, for whatever reason coming out of the break, we just haven't quite clicked. I mean, there's been so many chances where we just haven't been able to bury. And, I mean, obviously I missed an empty net in a shootout, so it's the same thing. So even in the games, I mean, you're right, like pucks hitting the post or rebounds just going wide. I mean, I don't think I think we're doing a lot of good things, so you can't really get too frustrated. I think, if anything, we could probably get to the interior a little bit more. We could probably get just in the blue paint and try to get some greasy ones. Sometimes a goal that goes off here or whatever gets you a lot of confidence. And I think if you've seen the goals we've scored, they've been pretty simple goals in our last two games. Very, very basic and just doing the right thing. So maybe sometimes instead of making or looking for a cute play, just kind of keep it simple. And I think once they start going in, guys will start to get that confidence a little bit. And, guys felt pretty good today, so hopefully we can carry that into tomorrow.
You think that greasy stuff can help you guys get more penalties, draw more penalties?
For sure. I mean, obviously, I think we've only had 2 power plays last 2 games. So, and I also think, like, we played 2 teams that have played already, a couple games before us. So, I mean, there's no excuses, but I think there's little timing issues like that and just little things that, after such a long layoff, you got to get back. And I think to get 3 out of 4 points is fine for us. And we just got to keep getting better after these 2 games and keep going forward.